9 o'clock Sunday morning, 16th of August. We're about 8 weeks out from the British qualifier. Body fat percentage is around 8%. All the caliper measurements are looking pretty good, so I think I'm bang on track. Today we're going to train a little bit of shoulders, high volume training, so we're looking at sets of 20 to 25 with rep ranges of anywhere from 6 all the way up to 20. So just have a pre-workout drink, we're going to get warmed up and get on with it. So everything that we do is recorded so we can progress every week. Try and increase our weights or decrease our rest times, and then we're not guessing from session to session. So yeah, we're 7 weeks out, weighing at 275 pounds. That's where I need to be right now, but we're just going to move on to the next exercise. Now we're doing some incline foot raises with a little bit of chest squeeze at the top to hit up the chest, supersetted with some incline rear delts, reps of between 12 and 15, so it's quite controlled to really try and feel and isolate the muscle. Neutral grip dumbbell press, 20 reps, so this is like the killer, 20 reps with still heavy weight, and then we'll move into partial reps and force reps if we can't hit the 20 on our own. So we're doing 3 drop sets in the one exercise. So firstly, as many full reps as you can. Once you fail on that, then you go into partials. Towards the end of the set, some assisted reps, so 1 or 2 assisted reps. And the very last 1 or 2 reps is going to be a negative. So there's no kind of hard and fast rules with it. It's kind of what the spotter sees, and he just pushes you through as much as you can. So we've just trained a bit of shoulders, really high volume session, plenty of sets, plenty of reps, drop sets, negatives, you know, everything is chucked in. So now we're just on a post-workout meal, which consists of branched chain amino acids, glutamine, all my recovery supplements are in there, and most importantly my food. Today, white potato, which is 250 grams, with 8 ounces of turkey with a little bit of seasoning on. And then I'll be eating again in about another 2 hours, just constantly putting in the nutrients to help with recovery and help with the fat burning. Okay. So like I said before, the show's 8 weeks away, no sorry, 7 weeks away. This year I'm hoping to win. I'm hoping to win the overall and earn that pro card. Last year I think I was a little bit unlucky, placed third. I was by far the biggest and probably the most conditioned guy on the stage, but I got penalised for a couple of things which have been sorted out this year. So yeah, there's nothing stopping me. The year before I come fourth, so every year I've progressively improved in the placings, but this year I just want to take the first spot and get that pro card for the overall. Okay, so today we've drove down to Fort Galaxy Gym in Ilford, London, just to get a check over from my coaches, Dean and Paul. We've had a bit of a dramatic weight loss this week, 9 pounds, which is a bit ridiculous, so we've had to come down and just get checked over and make sure everything's in check. So we're just going to go in and see Paul. Paul's going to be training me today, and then Dean will be looking over me afterwards.
Right, it's Saturday the 22nd of August. We're just 3 weeks out from Laurie's qualifier for the British finals. Hopefully this year we're looking to try and get him a pro card. Normally we're a bit of an interesting week this week, as Laurie is weighing 18-12 at the moment. Dropped about 9 pounds over the last week, which is unusual. So once we've done the workout, we'll have a look at him and we'll make an assessment whether everything's going according to plan. We normally like the athletes to drop sort of like a couple of pounds, nice steady drops as we're going through. So the 9 pounds that we've had is a bit unusual. So we will look at him afterwards, we'll discuss what's happened and we'll make any adjustments that we need to make there. Okay, that's the first exercise done. Second set of exercise, we're going to start back first of all, and the guys are going to do bent over barbell rows, and then we're going to go on to a fly press movement, again with dumbbells. So we're just turning the sequence around this time, starting with back, going on to chest, just to keep things moving, just to keep things varied. Now this is the last real working set, superset. Different angles, slightly different movements, bars instead of dumbbells, as you will notice. Still rowing, but again, slightly different hand position, slightly different elbow position. It's getting in slightly different, but again, note Laurie's continuous tension on all of the movements. Big stretch on the back. It's not using his body weight to bring it up. Shoulders back, scapula retracted, everything squeezing the lats as hard as possible. And on the chest, you'll see it's a relatively short movement, but again, continuous tension. Okay, we're practically finished now. We're just going to do one final exercise, and this is going to be a high rep, pump through, just to get the blood, get the nutriments actually sort of like moving around. But you'll see again, even on these ones, the guys are still full extension, full contraction on the movements. We're only doing back. We regard Laurie's chest as a relatively weak area, so he's chaining that twice a week at the moment, but not back. So we're just finishing off with a bit of back, just getting that pump going through, the flush moving through, and then that will be it for the workout.
So we've just been to Fort Galaxy Gym, just trained chest and back, been put through it by Paul Evan. Dean's had a look over us. He's not too concerned with the weight loss, but just thinks I look a little bit flat, so he's going to he's put some measures in just to combat that. So he's cut all cardio out, increased my food, and got me to cut back on my volume of my weight training, which we had planned anyway. So a lot of people say to me, why have you got a coach? You're at the top of your amateurs, and this is exactly why. You just need someone to guide you along when these things happen. If Dean wasn't there, then I'd have probably just carried on dieting hard and then ended up coming in flat and stringy, which is not what we want being in the super heavyweights. So it's been a good all-round trip really. Major thing is I'm not doing any cardio, so I don't have to get up as early. So it's the 27th of August, 9 o'clock in the morning, just about to train chest. Body weight currently 19 stone 2, so it's gone up a little bit, filled out a little bit, look a little bit harder, which is good. Body fat percentage has come down, feeling tired but should get through it, so let's go and do a bit of chest. At the moment we're doing high intensity, well the modified version of Dorian Yates high intensity training with just 1 to 2 working sets and then maybe a little bit of volume work at the end with plenty of reps just to push all the blood into the working muscle. Okay, so next exercise what we're doing at the moment is incline barbell press. 1 medium set and then 1 all-out set, but this time we've done 2 all-out sets because feeling strong today, so just need to push it on every set to the max. Okay, next exercise is inclined flies, doing it with super strict style. So going down with the bent arm, pushing out at the bottom and then squeezing, pushing your hand up to the ceiling, keeping the tension on. Incline bench is only at a 30-degree bench. If you're keeping your spine straight, there's no need to lift it right up any higher to hit the incline, hit the top of your chest. Okay, so one you might have seen on all our pressing and fly movements for the chest, we elevate our feet up off the floor. This just keeps your spine dead straight, helps to contract the abs to keep those tight, keep the spine straight, and just puts the tension more into your chest. The mistake you see a lot of people making is really arching the spine, hyperextending the spine, taking the tension out of the chest. So if you do the opposite of that, it's going to hit the chest more. Okay, last exercise on chest for today is cable flies, going into the bottom position. So we're concentrating on the stretch at the top, and then full contraction through the movement, and then a big contraction and squeeze at the bottom, holding for the count of about 2 seconds, and then keeping your body fixed and rigid throughout the movement, so no swinging, so you're keeping the tension in the chest again. just done machine creature curls, one warm-up set, one medium heavy set, and then one all-out set. The all-out set consisted of 3 to 4 full reps, 2 assisted reps to get the full range of movement right over the top, and then there was one negative set, again assisted up to the top, and then a little bit extra resistance on the eccentric contraction just to overload the muscle a little bit more without doing loads and loads of reps. Next we're going to do standing barbell curls, again following the same sort of principle with the reps and intensifiers. Okay, so we've just been through our posing after we've trained. I was feeling a little bit flat. I thought I was starting to flatten off again, but after doing the posing, I'm still looking pretty full and a little bit drier than I was on Tuesday when I was really full after the diet adjustments. So last week I dropped 10 pounds in a week, which was far too much. So after going down and seeing Dean and Paul, my coaches, they adjusted my diet, put more food in to try and bring me back to life, which worked within a matter of days. By the time Tuesday came around, I looked like I was busting out my skin. That water seems to have settled down now, seems to start to get a little bit dry, but maintaining the fullness. So the diet the changes they made to the diet has definitely worked. So it's just a matter of keeping to that and waiting till Saturday to see what the change is going to be then. So I'm feeling pretty good about it at the moment. My condition's changing all the time. My legs are drier, my glutes are coming through. Still got 5 weeks till the final, so in terms of the final date, I'm way ahead. As far as the qualifier, I think I'm bang on track, maybe a little bit ahead even. So yeah, it's all pretty good. So it's 3rd of September, so we've got 9 days to go till the qualifier. Weight at the minute is 19 stone 4. It's gone up a little bit since we last did this. To be honest with you, I think I'm holding a little bit of water, which we need to sort out because I've had a bit of a stomach issue, so I think that's causing me to hold a little bit of water. But we'll have a look afterwards and see what we're looking like. It just could be in my head, who knows, but we'll see. Okay, so today we've just been doing some straight bar push downs, some dumbbell French press, and some more push downs using a rope. All the exercises, reps of 6 to 8, really controlled eccentric portion of the movement, probably about 4 seconds, and then an explosive positive. And then that's all we're doing today, triceps. And we'll do a little bit of abs afterwards. just finishing off with a little bit of ab work, and we'll do a little bit of obliques as well. During this stage we pick the ab work up to 3-4 times a week, as opposed to in the off season when it's just maybe once per week. Yeah, so to train our abs, just doing decline sit-ups with a bit of weight, and then we'll do some broomstick twists after that. So we've just done our rounds of posing, post-training. Overall impression is I feel I'm looking a little bit watery, as I suspected. I think it's because I've got a problem with digestion somewhere along the line. Last few days I put on 6 pounds overnight. I'm very bloated, uncomfortable, and I think it's come from there. It's settled down a little bit. I've lost a bit of that water weight, but it's still not back to where it was. I also think that that's halting the fat burning process. There's still a little bit of fat on there to come off. So I've got to sort this digestive issue out, figure out what's causing that. I think it could be turkey, so I need to swap that back for chicken, lower my fats elsewhere in the diet. And I think I need to up the ante with training, probably training twice a day now on the weights. Don't like to put cardio in because it just totally flattens me out. And I don't like to lower the food much more than what it is, because again, I just flatten out. And being 6'1", you end up looking like a marathon runner rather than a bodybuilder as soon as you lose that fullness. So yeah, the plan is twice a day training, figure out what food is causing the digestive issue, and hopefully it'll sort itself out. Other than that, there's not a lot else I can do. So it's 10th of September, 3 days out from the qualifier. Weight's currently sitting about 89, so just carving up now, just trying to fill up a little bit and come in a little bit fuller and drier. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just had a quick chest, bicep and ab workout, just to get the blood flowing around the body, get all them carbs moving around into the muscle. So it's 3 days to the qualifier now. Feeling pretty happy, just need to tighten up a little bit in the lower body, drop a little bit more water, just so it matches my upper half. As long as that happens, I'll be pleased. And then after that, it's 3 weeks till the final, and hopefully we can win it. Okay, so it's 12th of September, day before the Leicester qualifier for the UK BFF British Finals. We're just doing the final preparations, last bit of shaving, tanning, last bit of drying out and that before, just to get the finished polished look. Kim's my girlfriend, she's going to be doing the tan. This is the bit I hate, along with the shaving, but it's got to be done. It just finishes the look off, but you might see me get a little bit agitated as we go through this because it's boring as fuck. Okay. So past few days we've just been doing a carbing up, just trying to fill out. I've got a tendency to flatten out really quick. I can drop 8, 9, 10 pounds overnight. So my food's got to be really high, particularly the carbs with a little bit of fat, a little bit of protein at this stage. In terms of quantities of food, we've been looking at 3.5 kilos of white potato per day and a kilo of rice per day, split over between 10 and 12 meals. 2 of those meals getting up in the middle of the night just to keep nice and full, and we'll have to do that all the way through up until the show tomorrow. I think it's purely down to my size, 19 stone. My body's just eating itself if I'm not putting the fuel in. But I ain't been cooking the food. Kim cooks all the food, which takes
forever.
Which is a good thing for me. So the reason we tan is just to highlight the definition and the little details on the stage. Once you get under them lights, so bright, if you've not got a good tan, it'll just blur you out. And then all your 16 weeks of hard work can be a complete waste of time because you can't see anything. Just look like a fat blob. Okay, so the class I'm in tomorrow is the super heavyweights, which is 100 kilo plus class. There's normally, in my experience, 3-4 people in my class at the qualifier. There's never loads in the super heavyweights because there just isn't many super heavyweights. So as far as getting an invite to the British, just because you win, it doesn't mean you automatically get an invite. The judges have to deem you good enough for the standard at the British. But on the other hand, if you come in the top 4, or all 4 of you might get invited if it's a really good standard. And that's the same through all the classes, so they can be quite picky.
So even if you're the only competitor in your category,
yeah,
which is obviously you're a clear winner, but it doesn't necessarily mean you'd get an invite to the British if they didn't deem your standard high enough. They'd just say you've won your class, but that's it. No, you have to get offered the invite, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, being the girlfriend of a bodybuilder is a task in itself, I'd say. It is hard work. It's obviously, he makes me really proud, and I am really proud of him, and his dedication and stuff. It just amazes me really what he does. But at the same time, sometimes it is difficult to live with, and especially to the extent that Laurie does it, because he does 101% all year round. You know, it's never really off season as such. I feel like it's a full-time job for him and for me. But yeah, the end result is on show day. I feel really proud of him, and it makes it all worthwhile. But if you asked me the night before the show, I'm probably not the best time to ask me, because it's still in the midst of all the hard work. But tomorrow I'll be buzzing.
Okay, so the tan's on. Wasn't as bad as I remembered. So now just time for a couple of glasses of wine just to help drying out a little bit more. We've got 3 more meals to go, so 1 with the wine and then 2 during the night. So I'll be getting up at probably about 12 and about 3 just to keep the food going in every few hours, just to stay nice and full and so I don't flatten out. And then that's it, show day tomorrow. Okay, so it's show day now. We've been here a couple of hours, we've registered, we've been weighed. Weight today, about 119 kilos, which is just under 19 stone, so I'm pretty happy with that. Had some good comments from some of the judges and whatnot, saying I was in condition, so I'm pleased about that, because I was worried about that. So now we're just going to go in and register, and then it's time for the show to start, which I'll be on at about 5 o'clock. Yeah, I think that's it. So we've just come out and we've just took first place in the over 100 super heavyweights. Really close battle between me and another guy who he always places in the top 6 at the British. The judges worked us really hard, so I'm really pleased that I've won, and it was a good battle. I'm glad it wasn't an easy win, but I've got the win, I've got the British invite, so that's what we've come here to do. So yeah, I'm pleased. Okay, so 15th September, 2 days after winning the qualifier, straight back in the gym on cardio, straight back on the diet. Just trying to get a little bit more ripped for the British. It's in 2.5 weeks, so just trying to bring in the glutes, tying up the hamstrings. A bit more condition all over really. So today we're training quads, hamstrings and a little bit of glutes. Medium sort of reps, 12 to 15s, not going too heavy, don't want to get injured at this point. So yeah, let's go and do it. Just done seated leg extensions, 2 warm-up sets, what we call 28s, then 3 working sets, reps of 12, and then we did another 28 at the end, just to flush the legs full of blood. So there's nothing too crazy today, but we've only got 2 weeks left to go, so we don't want to get injured. So we're on the horizontal leg press now, the hammer stroke version. I find it a really good machine, really isolates my quads, get a lot of blood in there. So today we're not doing any squatting or leg press, again purely to stay away from the big weights. Just all about feel and getting that squeeze and getting as much blood flushed through the legs as possible. With the squat and leg press you're bringing in a lot of other muscle groups, but all I'm worried about is attacking them quads. Okay, so we're just finishing off with some stiff leg deadlifts, just a little bit extra, something just to throw in. Just 2 sets, one warm-up set and then a slightly heavier set. And that's the upper leg done, just doing a bit of calves. We might do a little bit of glutes as well, see how I feel. We don't want to be in the gym too long. So we've just done a little bit of quads, hamstrings and calves. Like I said during the session, we're not trying to tear up any trees, we're just kind of going through the motions a little bit, getting plenty of blood in the muscle, just trying to maintain the muscle tissue we've got, not trying to build any new muscle at this stage, trying to stay injury free. All the exercises we did were controlled, a lot of tension, a lot of big squeezing in the short range of the muscle, trying extra detail that we're after for the final. We don't need to worry about mass. I think I'm ahead of the game in terms of mass, just need to make sure I'm as conditioned as the smaller fellas. Yeah, and that's pretty much the plan. Just stick on a diet over the next 3 weeks, come in 5 or 6 pounds lighter, or 5 or 6 pounds of fat off, and come in nice and full and dry, and that's the game plan. Now looking a little bit watery, had a little bit of a rebound since the dehydrating for the show, but that's under control, it's coming off quickly, so another day or two the water will be gone, but I can see I'm losing fat already, the glutes are tighter, lower back's tighter, so yeah, I've just got to carry on doing what I'm doing without doing anything drastic or stupid, and just let the diet and the training take care of the fat loss. So I'm pretty happy, as long as I stay fairly full, then I know I'm not losing any muscle, and just see little changes every day, and then I'm happy with that. We're finally here at the British final. After the qualifier, I've tightened up a little bit more, so I've dropped about 3 kilos. Just need to come a little bit sharper. I can afford to do it. I'm probably going to be the biggest guy on the stage, so that 3 kilos is nothing really. I think I just need the condition to match the other guys. Yeah, so currently weighing about 117 kilos. So yeah, that's where I've dropped off a couple of kilos to get a bit better condition. The last 24 hours have been pretty hard. I've not drank any water since 12 o'clock yesterday, just to help that drying out process. Yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit shit, to be honest. I just can't wait to it to be over, hopefully win, and start eating some food, start drinking again. Okay, so last time you saw me, I was going backstage at the British finals. Just going backstage, getting pumped up, ready to go on stage. Made the top 6 quite easily. Come out and did some more posing for the top 6. To be honest with you, I thought I had the title, but it turns out I came second to Jamie Christian. Just didn't seem to have what the judges were looking for that year. Yeah, so onwards and upwards and just try and improve for next year. Yeah, so this coming year I'm just going to try and improve certain weak body parts that I feel are weak. I'm bigger than everyone else, I've got more muscle than everyone else, so I just need to refine what I've already got. And like I said, bring up the weaker areas, so calves, more upper chest, more lower back thickness, and just try and improve. There's nothing else I can do except for try and improve. Okay, so at the minute the workout volume is a little bit less. Intensity is still quite high, but that'll die down slowly just with this recovery phase, post-show recovery phase. Diet at the minute a little bit more relaxed. The carbs are quite low. just because I'm so responsive at the moment. I'll be blowing up full of water, which is not really a good look. Cheat meal wise, we're on 2 cheat meals per week at the moment. Yeah, and just diet's nice and relaxed. Okay, so that's my chest workout done for the day. So we're just on a bit of downtime now. I'm just going to start working on next year's prep, or off-season prep. Come back bigger and stronger, a little bit more conditioned, a tighter waist, like I said before, bringing up them weaker points. And that's it, yeah, we'll see you next year. Thanks for watching.